All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. Follow me on this. So, Bitcoin has been consolidating for a period of time. You know this. It's actually been 5 weeks straight. We've been in this downtrend. Now, my ultimate low at this point, my ultimate low at the moment is $7,000. I don't think Bitcoin will ever close below $7,000 again. I'm going to tell you why in just a second. Now, to be clear, it may never go that low. In fact, my buy order is actually set much higher than that. We'll get into all of this. But actually, before we do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up, hit the like button. It's a small thing you can do. It truly does help us grow as a channel. Like the video, let's get into it. So let's talk about what might happen with Bitcoin in the coming weeks. So you don't need to be a Nostradamus. You don't need to be a tone vase to see that it looks like Bitcoin at the moment is leaning a little bit bearish. It's leaning a little bit bearish, right? What comes next, I mean, we've already came down 30%, but what comes next could be more downside. Could be more downside, or even worse, my worst case scenario at this point would be not downside, but actually stagnation. So not much lower, not much higher, and we just continue like that for a period of time. So check this out, because we've actually seen both of these situations play out in the last bull run, like right here. You can see Bitcoin rallied up and we corrected a little bit, and then what followed? Stagnation, accumulation, and you see the stagnation actually went on for months. We went on for months without getting much higher. We didn't get much lower. Or on the flip side, like right here, we rallied up again. We went into this bearish posture, very similar to what we're seeing right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of kind of a bearish posture, except at that time we ended up going lower. So we bottomed out 4 weeks after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, right here, and then eventually rose higher. Either of these scenarios are possible in the coming weeks. I think both are likely. Now, my buy order, if you've been subscribed to us for a while, you know I have a buy order set at approximately right here. It's about 8,600. We might hit it, we might not, we might go lower than that. Who knows? But at this point, I would be very surprised if we ever go below $7,000 again, for many reasons. One of them is mainly this, the 50-week moving average. So right now, the 50-week moving average is at $7,000. And if you look back, if you just take a look back at the last multi-year bull cycle, once Bitcoin rose, once we peaked above and rose above the 50-week MA, we stayed above it for years. For years, we stayed above it. We tested it or came close to it, but we never actually broke below until we went into a bear market again in the beginning of 2018. So, yes, at this point, I do think it is highly probable that we never see a price below $7,000 again. But that's just me. I want to hear what you think in the comments. Do you think we're ever going to see that price level? I like when you guys in the comments tell me that you have a different thought process or different strategy than me, because if we're all thinking the same thing, hey, one of us isn't thinking. Anyways, besides that, the fundamentals are too strong this time around. Go over this stuff all the time, but for instance, in the recent news, case in point, the rocket fuel that is President Donald J. Trump. So Trump has once again tweeted, I guess you'd say in support of devaluing the US dollar. This was the exact tweet. So he starts, the EU and China will further lower interest rates. They're going to lower interest rates and pump money into their systems, making it easier for their manufacturers to sell product. In the meantime, with very low inflation, our Fed does nothing. Too bad. Okay, so they're going to cut interest rates, they're going to print money, and that's all as we continue to march towards Bitcoin's halving, which Bitcoin cannot be devalued. They can't make more of it. Buckle up, guys. Buckle up. This is going to be a wild ride in the next few years, because people are going to want to park their money into something that cannot be devalued. People are going to want to use something that cannot be, that you don't need permission to do. Now, besides Trump, Square, if you're a fan of Square, in a recent AMA, they stressed their focus on Bitcoin, but more than that, in just building out the ecosystem and building out the user friendliness. So, you know Square probably. I mean, they're most famous for the Square Cash app, where among many other things, you can buy, sell, and store your Bitcoin. In the recent AMA, they made two things very clear. Number one, they said, our goal is Bitcoin for all. We are focusing on improving the Bitcoin experience for mainstream users. The user journey will always be central to our thinking. Number 2, they said we are very, very pro-Bitcoin. There is more than enough work to do for us there. That said, we are open to emerging use cases. That said, we are open to emerging use cases and technologies that complement Bitcoin. I like that. So Square's goal is to build out the ecosystem, and we already know that their CEO, who's also the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, very bullish on Bitcoin. At one point, he was cost averaging $10,000 worth of Bitcoin every couple of weeks. I wonder if he's still doing that. And then besides Square and besides Trump, I mean, if you have been subscribed to us for a while, obviously we point out to you the fundamentals all the time. You already know plenty of them. So that being said, I want to finish off today's video on a positive note. I'm going to show you a clip from a recent Ivan on Tech video, clip from a recent CryptosRUs video, and then a clip from one of our videos, which featured the crypto zombie. Where is he? There he is. And the reason I wanted to highlight these clips was because oftentimes in the crypto space, you just see the crypto YouTubers fighting with each other, sometimes for good reason. But in this particular case, all 3 of these people have said something nice about us at Altcoin Daily. In Ivan's case, it's because he was talking about the Tron event. He recommended people watch this video of the coverage we had on it. CryptosRUs, somebody just brought up our name in his live chat, probably after we mentioned him. I'm not really sure, what video the person who mentioned us was talking about, but you'll see it. And I just wanted to show you what other channels are saying about us at Altcoin Daily. So let's start with Ivan. So he's talking about the Tron event. If you haven't seen our coverage on the Tron event, check this video out right here. It's a really good one. And then, of course, we released the full interview with both Ivan and BitBoy. But Ivan said this about us on his recent video just from yesterday. Check this out.
Thing was that they actually invited a lot of other influencers. So I met CryptoZombie here, for example. I also met Altcoin Daily, great guys. I mean, really, Altcoin Daily, you don't see them a lot, like their faces on their YouTube channel, but they're such great guys. And if you haven't, check out their video. Just, search this, did I change my mind on Tron? I put it in the description as well, and you can watch this whole video they did at the event. And also, I'm interviewed here a few times in their video, and it was really amazing. So I do recommend you check out Altcoin Daily and their video on this whole thing. But let's talk about Tron and really...
Hey, that's great. Ivan, he didn't have to do that. Certainly didn't have to include a link to our video in his description of his. So I just wanted to point that out. Appreciate it. We had plenty of good things to say about Ivan after in our original video where we talked about just meeting the different influencers. So that was really cool. Thanks, Ivan. I wanted to show you this next one. This is George of CryptosRUs. Been following George forever. A lot of you guys probably too. So somebody brings our name up on the chat, and then he gives his opinion. Check this out.
The Altcoin Daily gave me a shout out. Thank you. The 2 brothers. I enjoy their show, and they're absolutely on a tear. They're gonna become bigger than Data Dash, within a year. They're just growing phenomenally. I can't figure it out, but they got the right formula, and they produce some good high quality videos. So shout out to them too.
Appreciate that, George. George did not have to say that, and I find a lot of value in his channel as well, so definitely check that out. He does the live news coverage every morning. I listen to a lot of, Ivan on Tech does news coverage, Modern Investor. A lot of people do news coverage, and I like to kind of get different perspectives from everybody. Speaking of somebody else who does live news coverage, somebody that I met, not Wendy, although she's good too, the crypto zombie. So just check this out. This is the end of our video from the other day, and once again, if you didn't watch this video, our coverage on the Tron event, definitely do that. So let's just, the crypto zombie says something nice about us.
Which influencer surprised
After
you
this.
the most?
You guys, of course. Hello.
I am
There we go.
very excited. A man that I just met at this event this weekend, the zombie, K-Dubs, Kyle. He has done me a favor and agreed to do a final interview, and I just wanted to gauge his opinion on this event. How you doing, Kyle?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much, guys. By the way, I just want to say I love your channel. I actually do watch it. I appreciate the content. I find quality out of it.
So we had to cut it a little bit, and he gave his opinion on the Tron event right now, but I appreciate that, Zombie. I've seen a bunch of his videos too. He has a great channel. And I'm gonna release the full interview with the Crypto Zombie in the next week or so. A lot of people have been asking, hey, we want to see the Crypto Zombie, and for good reason, so we'll release that. So I just wanted to show you guys Crypto Zombie, George from CryptosRUs, and then Ivan on Tech all highlighted our channel, and we appreciate it. We appreciate that. We've said good things about all of them as well, so just wanted to share that with you. Alright guys, that's the video for today. If you want to be a part of a channel that does daily crypto videos, make sure you subscribe. This was another interview that we've released in full. This is, guy's name is BitBoy. I was actually surprised. This guy's like a fun guy just to talk with on crypto, but he's got a lot of, just he's well spoken on crypto, and it's fun talking to him. He's got a fun energy. Watch this interview. Obviously you're gonna watch the Ivan on Tech interview, but watch the BitBoy interview too, because this guy's fun. And with that being said, we're gonna end the video here. See you guys tomorrow.